Hello, Scrappy Peeps. Suzanna here today for Freckled Fawn to share with you this travel layout. Livraria Lello is a bookstore in Porto, Portugal, and it is very well known because it is somewhat Harry Potter based, or they think that one of the staircases is based off of this particular bookstore. And so I have two photos of my daughter and husband in the bookstore, and I am working with the 12 by 12 May kit. So I'm a little behind the times here. Lots of great labels as always, and the puffy stickers are hearts that are the same colors, which is fantastic. So I struggled with what background I wanted this to be. I really love the bold red of the staircase, and I thought that this color palette would really help highlight that. The problem as I am designing is that I have a lot of black. There's a lot of contrast in the photo, but there isn't a lot of contrast in the collection, and so I need to create a balance here. So I thought these rays or sunbursts were perfect for a variety of color. I also really liked how there's a lot of movement in that, which mimic the amount of movement that are in the staircases themselves. So I decide to tone it down just a little bit by putting just a sheet of white, so it almost looks like you've got two traveler's notebook pages side by side, one with the partial sunburst and the other with the white. I am going to change that up in a little bit because there's too much of a stark contrast there. So I fussy cut one of the 3x4 pocket cards because I like the way that the starburst of the heart complements the starburst of the 12x12 pattern paper. And then I have these chipboard pieces that pull in more color and give me embellishments. I like embellishments. I'm not one to use a ton of embellishments, but I like to have embellishments. So by fussy cutting that heart, I am able to get a few more embellishments and have less verbiage, which is what a lot of those chipboard pieces really are. So this is where I decide I'm going to use the remainder of the starburst on the 12x12 as a frame for this white. See, doesn't that pull it together much better? Yes! Way to go, Suzanna. So there's adhesive from the double-sided adhesive still stuck on there, so I just used my finger to take that off. That's the beauty about the ThermoWeb double-sided adhesive, is it's not permanent as long as you don't. It is permanent, but it comes up pretty quickly if you decide to change your mind, which I frequently do, and if you know that. So I'm going to layer up cards and layer up the labels, because to me, this bookstore is incredibly busy. So I cannot imagine what it's like in the summertime when it's not COVID. I mean, we were there spring, so not busy season at all, not high peak travel season. And we are also there somewhat still COVID-ish. And it was packed. I'm lucky I got these pictures with minimal people in them as opposed to some of the pictures that I've seen. So I'm using the labels and the pocket cards to just sort of reproduce that busyness. Also think of stacked books. Look at those stairs and look at how much movement there is there. So by having all of these different size different size rectangles and squares along with different colors, I am sort of recreating that effect that has been created there. You can see I'm just kind of shuffling things around, because not only do I want a busy look, but I want balance within that busy look. So I want to balance out the color. And I think the thing that I struggle with most here as I'm creating is you have the wood of the banisters in the stairs, and then there's a lot of black in the photos. And I felt like I needed darker colors to balance this out, and there's nothing. This is all somewhat that same warm tone color palette, and there's nothing black, and the white isn't enough contrast because there's white in the labels. So I struggled to figure out how I was going to get that contrast into the embellishments that we're then going to complement the pictures when there's nothing in the kit that works. So I could have painted the rainbow black, but really, who wants a black rainbow? And yeah, I could have outlined some things, but it still wasn't a strong enough black. So I'm going to have to pull in something from some other kits. And so that's what I'm going to do. You'll see that coming up. So also this month, you can see that really awesome wood veneer rainbow. Absolutely love it. And I like the way that that rainbow, the shape of the rainbow complements the shape in that staircase, especially that left-hand picture. See how you have that arc in there? So they play off of each other nicely. So there's the black. So we were there in April, and so that's why I chose April. And I like that shot of black, and it moves in that diagonal line that I've somewhat created within the burst. And these are also Freckled Fawn stamps. So and they're back in stock. They have been out of stock for quite some time, so it's nice to have these back in stock. And so I'm going to stamp that in black again to get that black contrast, especially to the top of the page, as I feel like a lot of it is at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to stamp in black there, Livraria Lello, which is, and I am probably murdering the title or the name of the bookstore, and I apologize if you speak Portuguese, but that's what I'm going with. And then I'm going to finish off the name of the bookstore, so Lello, with yellow letter stickers. This month you are going to get that sort of pinky peachy color, salmony color, let's go with. I am going to use those for Porto, and then I'm going to use some yellow ones to finish off the title there. I am off camera also going to get a little bit more black. These letters, by the way, pause, sorry. These letters here are the letters that come with the kit, this May, not this month, I should say, with the May kit. And then below that, I'm going to use some really, really thin puffy alphas. They're my absolute favorites, and Christmas came with the red ones, and I love these black ones as well. I'm going to put Portugal underneath there. So you have 3 big shots of black. While they aren't the same, nothing's the same. There's no actual visual triangle using the same elements throughout, but I think those 3 shots of black give you that visual triangle that move your eye and kind of guide you through the busyness that is this layout. I also off camera am going to take the other pink half circle, and it's got an arrow in it, and put it in on the bottom picture there, and you'll see that in the close-ups. It just needed that little bit of balance, top to bottom, to balance out the photos there. So this is the yellow that I'm referring to. So again, this is the May Freckled Fawn kit. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box down below. Enjoy the close-ups. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.